Okay, my name's Zakashi, guys, and in this video here we're going to be doing a tier list. It's the video you all want to see. We are going to be doing a top 10 tier list based on Ultra Super Saiyan 2 Gohan releasing at the end of February. A lot of people want to know who's top 1, who's top 2, who's top 3. But with that all being said, we're top 1 because we just hit 80,000 subscribers. You know we gotta clap it up. But we're not here to celebrate today. Of course, appreciate you guys showing love and support. We gotta get this tier list in, so let's get into this, man. Right, so cool. Of course, before we get into the tier list, if you're new here, then you wouldn't know this, but you gotta shout out Dingy every time you do a tier list because he's the one that's made the template we're gonna be using for this video. His name is here, DNGEE_YT. Definitely be sure to follow him on Twitter. He's got the link right here, so if you want to make your own, definitely go ahead and follow him. Press that link in the bio and you can make your own tier list. All right, cool. Doing too much talking now. Let's get into this. Right, so cool. We got the tier list here. We're gonna obviously start from the top and then build our way down. You guys want to know who's top 1, right? Top 1, do we have the new Ultra Super Saiyan 2 Gohan? Do we have Beast Gohan, the transforming unit? Do we have LL Super 17? Do we have Bardock Goku? Maybe Ultra Instinct Goku makes the top 1. Who are we going to put in the top 1? I just dragged up a big roster of units. Crazy list. These 5 here, woo! They hold big weapons. But I've got 3 people I want to drag up. And one of them is staggering for one reason. Now, I didn't do this on purpose. But let's look at these 5. If I asked you who was the odd one out here, what does this look like? You know that meme with the girl on the couch? And there's just like 5 black guys behind her? What does this look like to you? Bunch of Son family clan members jumping one guy? That's what it seems like to me. But he's holding it up anyways. That's besides the point. So let's make this top 3. So we got Beast, we got Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, we got Super 17. I have these 3 as the best in the game. These 3 are crazy. These 3 are insane. And I have a lot of reasons to put these 3 above these 2. But let me get into it. We obviously have the new Ultra Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. He's come with a lot of, and I mean a lot of mechanics. They've literally went through the reveal trailer and said various mechanics. They never do that. It's usually just one and you're done. But they gave this guy everything. They literally went through the arsenal of their game. They went through every catalog. Nameku, Janemba, UI Goku. And they just ripped it and they put it on Gohan. Insane unit. Cool. Next, we got Ultimate Beast Gohan. You know he transforms, takes your vanish if his gauge is full. He's probably got the most consistent vanish recovery in the game. Blue cards, he just, I can't swear, he just poos them out real quick. Just ejecting blue cards into your face. It's insane. Cool. Not much more to say. It's really just that easy with Beast. He don't need much. Vanish recovery, blue card. Blast armor as well is dope. Super 17, we all know his green card is a free guaranteed kill. If you slap that green card and counter somebody, pretty much you can rise and rush, you can ult, you can blue card, you can blast, you can strike. You get an option, you get a plethora of options. But Super 17 just gives you that freedom. He also has probably the longest combos out of these 3. Now me personally, I want to say this with a lot of emphasis. Out of these 3 here, it doesn't matter to me who's number 1 to you. As long as it's one of these 3, and these 3 are top 3. Whether you want to be on Beast Gohan's team, whether you have recency bias and can't see tomorrow, you literally see today and yesterday, you might want to put Gohan number 1. You might want to put Super 17 number 1 for various reasons. I didn't even consider any of their teams, but of course I'm just putting out all these reasons just off their individual kit. If we want to go into the teams thing, I've already deduced that Beast and Super 17, they both have 3 teams available to them. Super 17 has Fusion Warriors, GT, and Androids, all usable teams. Beast has Hybrid Saiyans, Son Family, and Movies, all usable teams. Ultra Super Saiyan 2 Gohan has 2 teams, where he's using Hybrid Saiyans and Son Family, but they're all good teams regardless. It doesn't really make a difference to have one more team than the other. In my opinion, I'd say GT is the best team, but again, I want to emphasize I'm not really fussed about the order. So if you're asking me, I'm just going to put it based on my personal experience, but however you want to do it is fine. So from my personal experience, I'm going to have Super 17 number 1, Beast number 2, and Ultra Super Saiyan 2 Gohan number 3. And I'll just say why based on my personal experience. So for me, I feel like GT is just so clear of these 2 teams where it's Son Family, Hybrid Saiyans, or Movies. So naturally, GT just flows better. And if you want to check the ranked PvP list, all the top 20 and all the JPs use Super 17 for good reason. Let me also add that I like units that are easy to use. So really and truly, Beast is the easiest unit to use out of these three. He literally just presses strikes and he presses blues, he gets his vanish back. Whereas these two, you kind of have to work harder to get your vanish back, which makes it hard, you know? Fair enough, you can do big damage, but all of these guys can do big damage. It's not special. It doesn't separate you from the crowd. This Gohan here, I respect that he has endurance, because if you fumble, which you 100% will at times, he has that extra layer of protection. But it's really only endurance, so you can get over it. It's not like it's indestructible or a revival layer. So I don't want to value it too heavily, but it's something you should heavily consider on your team because it can help you out a lot. But moving forward from that, unless you just forget how he plays because of his strike dodge thing, whether it's blue cards or any forward moving attack, I think it's much easier to get over this guy, outside of the fact that there's no purples to keep him in check. And the purples that are there are not even crazy, like Cell or Bulla. So I think in terms of element wise, he's free. But in terms of being able to run 3, I don't really see as much value as him in comparison to Beast or Super 17. That's just from my personal experience. Of course, if you can disagree, that's cool. But again, you could put this and I wouldn't complain. However you want to have it, but I'm just going to have it like this based on my experience. But I'll emphasize that in the video or something, or in my tweets so people know. That's the top 3. Let me know what you guys think about that. I think that's going to have the biggest complaints out of anything. But yeah, moving forward. We got 4 and 5. These the guys have already been dragged up, so it's kind of like spoiler alert, but cool. Son family stocks, prices went up. They're just prices going up. They got some ice in their cup. If you be in the streams, you know about the donation sound. Out of these two, Bardock and Goku, solid 4. They are a much safer option than UI Goku. Regardless of how you want to think of it, Rise and Rush, you lose. Rise and Rush, you get another chance. And I think ultimately, they're both good enough to be considered near each other. So who's safer to use at that point? And I'm taking Bardock and Goku. We also got to take the double element factor, explosive green. It's just much more easier to get priority. So Bardock and Goku are safe. But then we got UI Goku over here. Of course, you can't cover change him. And if you do, he's going to drag you back in, hit you with an ultimate. He also allows you to stall heavily. But with UI Goku, it's heavily down to the player. I often run into a lot of trash UI players, bro. It's actually insane. But at the same time, there's a lot of good UI players that play passive as hell that are going to make you want to stop playing Dragon Ball Legends for the day. Like, yeah, that's enough PvP for now. So, I'm not going to lie. I think he's still good, obviously. And I had him a bit lower in the last list because there was no real protection for him. Because the reds were going unchecked, right? The reds are still kind of unchecked. There's still a couple blues. But I think the Son family buff in general moves him up. So I had him at like 7, but I think it wasn't ridiculous to have him at like 5. But regardless, I think now it's ridiculous to have him lower because of the Son family buff. And that's why I want to emphasize in this video in relation to my last tier list. Cool. We've got halfway through. Now the bottom half is going to be much harder for me, but we're going to drag up some people instantly. Anyways, moving up. We got Bomku, we got Pycon, we got G4. I think these 3 are 100% going to be somewhere in the next 3, right? And me personally, in relation to how I valued Super 17 and in general the top god rankers, the JP players, you can check for yourself. We checked in stream. I think we went for like 14 out of 20 top 10 20 players are using GT, which is wild. Bomku gets the next spot. He's just super clean, super valuable. He holds GT together. He's on Son family too. He's on Saiyans. A lot of the teams that are already appearing in the top 5 units, super consistent unit to have around if you don't have him. Endurance on him. Solar Flare goes crazy. Blue card Kamehameha is actually much better than a lot of these guys' blue cards. Have you noticed that all of these guys have, besides FSK, have close range blue cards? It's kind of inconvenient sometimes, but I think with the long range ones, you can go through a lot of blasts. So that's of note. But anyways, next up we got Pycon and Gogeta. Pycon and Gogeta is just very good. Their revival layer is really what's giving them life. At first, a lot of people didn't value them, including me. I want to say specifically me actually. I downplayed them a lot. But with the new equipments that have come out and the more, the better teams, the better characters that have come out, these guys have just been maintaining value within place 8th all the way to about 5th or 4th. They've just been sliding up and down between there. Pause, but very good unit overall. Super Gogeta can be super menacing right after the revival, of course, but Pycon, having that extra life, and Pycon is actually annoying you, destroying your cards. He can actually do decent combos. He actually has a long range blue as well. We have to respect him. But next up, we've got G4. I think he just comes along with the GT hype overall. GT hype, we've already got Bomb Cube, we've got Super 17, works super well. G4 gets 2 ultimates. The backflip though is going to destroy the enemy's cards. He gets Cover Note from it, main ability. He gets type neutral, some valuable things in his kit. It's not like super crazy, but it's also hard to break him down because he's quite tanky, and he's green, which makes him unchecked because there's no super good purple in the game. They really need to Zenkai that crappy purple cell, this one, because once they do that, I think he could change the game, but if he sucks, then GG's. Anyways, he's safe and he's on GT, so it works. Now we got the last 2 spots, and my stream was shouting at me for these 2, right? So I'm gonna drag up like about 4 people. So we got MVP 17, we got Ultra Vegito Blue, we're gonna drag up Pan actually as well. We'll drag up 5 people, maybe 6. Android 16, Cell, and Evo Ken. I just want to talk about all these units for now. Just for now. So a lot of people think I'm downplaying by not including Android 16 in the top 10 list, and I don't think it's ridiculous to say that. However, I would argue that his position on androids isn't solid enough to place him above a lot of these units, including at the bare minimum 17's position on androids and Ultra Vegito Blue's position on androids. So I just want to put that out there, and I think naturally you guys can see that as well. Did I say UVB on androids? I didn't mean that. My bad. I meant just MVP. I was talking too fast. I should have said Cell. My fault. So I don't need to go into much detail. Next, I'm going to talk about Pan. I feel like Pan might be the most downplayed unit in the game, because everywhere Beast goes, everywhere this Gohan goes now, you will find Pan. Wherever they are, you will find Pan, right? And it's like, what? Why is she always there? Why is she always there? And it's because she's a good unit. It's because she's a good unit. She's actually that insane. However, on her own, she's not nothing crazy. I think it's the value of her having super good units that work with her. Son family, look at all these units, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She's got 5 units in the top 10 already that she's basically best friends with. And I think that's wild, man. Super wild. On top of the fact that she spawns a green card. Look at all these guys that eat off green cards. He's eating off that solar flare. He's gonna draw an extra card. Explosive green. He's drawing a blue card. So many units eat off her kit. It's insane. So I don't think it's ridiculous to put her in top 10, but she's not gonna make my top 10, unfortunately, simply because I feel like she's just an addition to a team, even though she is super good. Does that make sense? She's gonna be my #1 honorable mention already. I have to make that very clear. Her value is strong. Anyways, let's talk about Evo Ken. Evo Ken, the sole reason why they're not top 10 is because the downfall of Universe Rep happened overnight. I feel so bad for the Universe Rep mains, because you guys were thinking you were safe. And you guys are still safe. If you have high stocks in the team, you can run your team and have fun in the back. You guys literally swapped place like some Todo in JJK. They just went, and GT is just #1. And now Universe Reps in the back. It's like, whoa. It's not even like they're bad. It's just, look at this. There's no real Universe Rep crash outs in the top 10. It's crazy. It's not even like Evo Ken are bad. They're not bad. They're not bad at all. It's just their team has vanished in general. But again, if you've invested in the team, you can get value out of them. But the investment in the team right now, the stock value of Universe Rep, chai, it needs to be studied. This fall off needs to be studied. And then we have Cell. For the same reasons as Android 16, I think Cell isn't just core enough. So with that deduction, right, and I don't feel like I need to talk about these guys. I just feel like they're just not strong enough to even be in the conversation. So let me even move them out from now. With that being said, it's based on the order that you want to have on these two. And ultimately, I'll keep these 2 honorable mentions just in case, in that order too. It's based on the order you want to have UVB and 17 by order of deduction or order of elimination, however you want to say the saying, right? What do you value here? Androids, and that's pretty much the only team because, like I said, the universe rep stock. It's unfortunate. UVB, Fusion Warriors, that's about it. Androids, better than Fusion Warriors right now, I have to say. UVB's also been replaced by Super 17, even though I hate to say. So with that being the case, UVB 10, 17, 9 by order of elimination too. So cool, let's look at this top 10 list that we have here. We've got LL Super 17 1, we got Ultimate Beast Gohan 2, Ultra Super Saiyan 2 Gohan 3. Also bearing in mind that any of these guys could be number 1 and I won't mind. Number 4, we have Bardock and Goku. Number 5, we got UI Goku. Number 6, we got Bomku. Number 7, we got Pycon Gogeta. Number 8, we got Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. Number 9, we got MVP 17. And 10, we have Ultra Vegito Blue. Anyways, that was my tier list. Of course, you have your own opinion. I want to know you guys' opinion. Let me know in the comment section below. Was it a W or L list? And was there anything that you changed? Let me know you guys' list as well. Just for emphasis, I want to actually write out and say this with my chest. As the biggest UVB glazer in the Legends community, the leader of the UVB brigade, he doesn't matter in this meta. It's truly a preference choice, but he's just that good that he hangs around. It's weird. It's like having a basketball team of 5 amazing players, all stars, but then UVB is the 6th man. But if you sub them in, the team would remain quality. It's interesting the way he's positioned himself, you know? It's mad. If you use them, he's just that good. Anyways, press the subscribe button, man. We're on this grind to 100,000 subscribers. Like I said at the start of the video, we hit 80,000 subscribers. So if you're new here, you know what to do here. Press that red button, man. I think it's still red, but I'm gonna leave the video like that. I appreciate you guys for watching, man. My name's Zakashi, guys, and I'll see you guys in the next one, man.